Lekshmi. This is Amelia. We're from the Wildside Walks, where you join us every week and we take you on Northumberland countryside, so like just urban parks as well. So just to, in general, just take you out. So if this is your first time joining us, we do nature walks so that people get to know what we have in Northumberland, and also in a way that we show like different types of accessibility, like the different ways to get here. So today to Druridge Bay we came on a car, and there are alternatives. You can come to Ashington train station, I think.
Yes, get Ashington and then get a lift for someone further away, or you can also from Newcastle City Centre get the bus and it'll drop you right off. You just have to walk a little bit. But yeah, we don't really know where we're going or what we're doing, so join us for the ride, join us for the fun.
It's a mystery almost.
Yeah, we don't really know. We're just going to start walking and keep referring back to Google Maps. We're going to see if we can get to Druridge Pools. I think it's called Druridge Pools. As you can tell, we're trying out a selfie stick that Lekshmi's brought today. So let us know if you like the new angle. I'm here for it. You can kind of see all around me.
Shift track.
Oh yeah.
So just following the path beside the information board, we saw this little hide and we're just looking through it. We've seen quite a few birds.
Yeah, there's quite a lot here.
I think the first one we saw was the teal duck.
There's a lot of Canada geese. Oh, some more hens over on the left.
It's not the best weather today. It's quite cloudy and the wind's really cold. Then the temperature's probably like 6.
Yeah,
something of that sort.
something like that.
But yeah, I didn't really expect to see any bees today, but we've already seen 2 and it hasn't been long since we came here.
So I don't know if you can see, but we've got quite a lot of these, like, they're like little black dots on my phone, but they're kind of small birds that just keep jumping up and flying and then moving around. I don't know whether they're skylarks or not, but I thought skylarks were a bit bigger than that. So, but they're kind of coming in, diving up, jumping around, and it's quite hard to get a picture on them. I might have to do some Googling so we can try to identify what they'd be, maybe. I'll have a look. They're very cute though. So I'm trying to hear what those little birds are. And we've just heard a willow warbler.
But that's not the small ones, I don't think.
No,
but it's
it came from this left direction and it was really loud.
Yeah, maybe from the trees over there.
That's so exciting. Wait, I might be able to play it back. Let's see.
Yeah, that was it.
That's me going, oh! Oh, that's so cool. I'm very chuffed to hear our first willow warbler. I know they're quite common, but still. I would like to see one in person because their plumage is really, really pretty, quite yellow. But they've just arrived in April from wintering over in Africa. So they'll be one of the first ones. That's also why we can hear loads of chiff-chaffs at the moment, because they're back from wintering somewhere else. So it's exciting, like when you've gotten used to seeing a certain species of birds, you know, over the winter, and then all of a sudden it becomes spring and there's just so much more, and you're just kind of like, like you're seeing your first of everything coming through. So very, very excited to keep on seeing new things as they arrive. I was just doing a scout across all the posts, like along all these posts, just to see if there was an owl sitting on it. I've not seen anything yet, but I'm going to do another one because I keep getting an absolute fright by, I don't even know if you could see it, but there's right there is some kind of pheasant, and it keeps making really loud noises and scaring us both. So we just keep like getting in the zone to try and find stuff, and then jumping and getting all scared. Oh, blue tit! I wonder if we've just heard a blue tit, but whether we can actually spot it.
I see it.
Oh yeah. There's no way I'd get a good video of that. It's like all hidden in the bushes. But everyone knows what a blue tit looks like, so you're not missing out. It's so loud though. So loud. So we're just walking across this path to see if we can find the other viewing sites and get round the other side, and maybe we can get a better look. Lekshmi thinks that those small flying birds might be house martins.
Yeah, that's what I just googled like a little screenshot of a very unclear photo. So like in the screenshot, like when I zoomed into the bird, it's like the underside of it was like fully white, and like I think it had like a black head here as well underside, but the wings were dark, and it was sort of like a plane, like a very sort of long triangular wings, and the back tail was like
very
flat
triangular.
as well. Like it didn't really have that fork shape which house martins and all have. So honestly, no idea what it is. Hopefully we can get like a better
I feel like by the end of this video we're gonna figure it out, and there's probably people watching being like, oh my god, it's so obvious what it is.
Yeah, fingers
but
crossed we can
part of the fun is the investigation side of it. So we're gonna have a look and see if we can get a better view of them all in better video, and they're just so cute. The buds, they're like silvery buds. Look at that. How nice are they? Nice soft leaves. I can't believe how many bees we've seen. That's like
well, it usually
shocking.
it's quite common to see quite humongous fat bumblebees around, because they're just loitering around in the ground to look for a place for its new colony. But like if you see like a smaller bee which is on flowers, it's most probably a worker. That's how you sort of see, like by the size and what they're doing, if it's a queen or a worker.
So after our video last time in Ousburn, when we saw loads of sticky weed, I realised that the scientific name for this is cleavers, and some people call it sticky willy, but I personally feel like sticky weed is the best word for it. But it's actually quite a pretty plant, actually. Like it's got such a pretty like flower head. How nice is that?
Oh.
So there's, I mean, I bet a lot of people would have known it was cleavers, but you know, still so pretty.
Hello. Do you know what the small birds are which just flying around?
Some are sand martins.
Are they?
Yeah, and some of them we think are swallows, but if that's the sand martin.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that's exciting that they're up and about, and I didn't realise it was here, but apparently American Wigeon's here as well, so if we can try and spot the American Wigeon, that'd be great. But everything's so far away, it's like I can barely see them. They're all like little black bobbing bobs in my like binoculars, but very exciting stuff. There's actually quite a lot here. Like I thought it would be a bit quiet today for some reason, but apparently not.
Yeah, and there's also a turnstone just loitering.
Yeah.
It's really far away, but we've got a few cormorants somewhere. I don't know if I'm catching them. Oh,
yeah, no, you can see them.
Yeah.
Right there.
The cormorants, and there's a bunch of silly ducks just dipping into the water.
Look, there's a grey heron flying over there as well.
Yeah.
Is that a grey heron? No, maybe it's a seagull. Take that back. Take it back. Just a normal gull.
So
there's a tombstone that's wandering around down there as well.
Oh.
But it's behind. It's just got behind one of those. You see the bank that kind of runs halfway through.
Hold on. What did you just see?
Great Egret, Great White Egret. That is so exciting. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is the best thing ever. They're so huge.
Oh, I know, it's really big.
Oh my god.
It's almost like a heron, but just white.
It's literally, it's in the same genus, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got that little tuft on its head as well, I think.
It's the cutest thing ever. That is so exciting. Oh my god, there's loads here. This is like...
I think that's a pipe.
Look. Yes, it is.
Alright.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's got a very black neck. There are two types actually you're only seeing here while we're here.
Right.
One is that's a straight pied, but then
Yeah,
the other one
the
is a
Alba.
white face.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which is an Alba version.
Yeah. That's a pied tail.
Yeah.
Pied wagtail. What's it doing here? Don't think it belongs
They
here.
like sort of wet areas. You know,
Right.
like
I only ever see them in like city centres.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah,
So we just left that hide, which we spent a considerable amount of time in, and because there were quite a lot of birds that we could see clearly from that hide, including poachers, so just like a duck with a rusty brown head, and
We didn't spot the American Wigeon,
yeah,
but there was lapwing, there was cormorants, we saw the Great White Egret, which I'm so excited about. I was not expecting to see that today, so that is
Yeah.
off our bucket list.
Oh, now that I see the San Martins, I kind of see
Yeah.
the fork tail.
They're so cute.
Oh, I can't see them well through the twigs. You can see the little beady eyes poking through somehow.
Staring right at
There's a deer.
That's a
Staring.
cute little doe.
Aw.
I don't know what kind of deer it is. It looks quite great.
It's probably raw. Like I don't
Probably
think
raw.
we've got any other here in
Do we
Northumberland.
not get fallow deer?
No, not in Northumberland, I don't think.
Oh.
Not sure.
We had seen it just on its own. So like the direction of the arrow is the direction of the footpath. So it's like a lot of farmers' fields like don't have a massive thing saying like, or a massive trail being like this is your footpath because they've got work on the land. So you just look at the direction of the arrow, and if you follow it that way, it'll take you to the next bit where it says the footpath.
It's literally blocked off. Oh wait, that's a stair. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
so you go over the stile. Stile. So if this was pointing like that way, you'd be like, okay, I've got to head in that direction.
Right. So it's
So that's what
probably
happens when you've got to like navigate over private land.
Mm.
In case anyone cared.
I care. I care, Amelia. Yeah, we've just come back to the first hide that we came into and just taken another peek. And we saw that noisy pheasant that we saw when we first came, like, which was trying to scare us from the bushes. But look at it just standing there. Little silly.
Kind of what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think that's the little egret. Or it might still be a Great White Egret, but it looks... Oh no, it's a Great White Egret. Look at it go! So it's back to your favourite time of the day, which is natural history time. So I think as many people know, the Northumberland landscape, a lot of the pools come from the fact a big mining region, so as the mines have kind of slowly collapsed a bit, you get these lakes and pools. So that's kind of where this has come from, and it's currently owned by the Northumberland Wildlife Trust. But what I thought was interesting was, you know, the ruins that we saw earlier on. I believe they are the Low Chibin Preceptory, which is basically, it's a medieval Hospital Presbytery, which was first recorded in 1313 and abolished in 1540. So it was a medieval hospital. That is really cool that that's still around in this area, especially because it's gone through different land management.
I thought it was still intact and some farmers stored stuff there or something.
I don't know, but apparently not, if that's the one. But also in World War II, Druridge Bay was identified as a potential landing site, and so anti-tank blocks and pillboxes were installed so that we could protect the coastline, which, to be fair, I think is the case for quite a few coastal areas along Northumberland. But that's just a bit of natural history. That's not necessarily like the owners of the land, and more just like the history around it. I just thought it was quite cool when I did some Googling.
So we're going to that one last hide, which we didn't go too fast. I think people usually start here, but we didn't know.
Didn't know where we were going.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're going. There's some, cool daffodils. Yeah, we saw some rogue daffodils like among the dunes as well.
Primrose.
What, sorry?
You can eat all the parts of a primrose. You can eat the flowers, the leaves, all of it.
Oh wow, is that like a medicinal thing or?
I don't know. But I think people used to use it like decoratively.
Ah. Oh wow, that's cool. Got some pink-footed geese somewhere here.
Was it January we was here last year?
Yeah, January, February.
So we came down because there was hen harriers.
Yeah.
And
Got
then
like darker heads.
while we were here there was a grey-headed lapwing which had come over from Asia. January. So we saw the grey-headed lapwing, which was...
That is a snake.
Yeah.
And then we saw the hen harriers. Short
It's an oyster catcher
But
chilling
then,
out.
as I say, if you look at one in summer plumage, is just something else.
Yeah.
That was fab. We saw the American Wigeon.
Once again, we found people who will help us find things. I think that's the thing about getting out and about. Like, you're always going to find like-minded people in these kind of spots, and
I know.
they're always eager to kind of share information. Well, a lot of the time, anyway. So we saw ruffs, we saw pink-footed geese, and
Lapwing up close.
yes, the close-up lapwing. I only ever see lapwing in fields, and all I could see is that little crown and like so that was really nice.
Yeah.
Snipe, we saw snipe, we saw oyster catchers. It's like, I feel like in every single hide or like viewing point we've been to, we've seen like
Different
a whole
stuff.
new range of birds. This is
know.
like so fun. I think it's a bit hard because we've tried to get videos for you, but they're so far away.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like, we've been able to get a few.
Yeah. This has been a really birdie walk today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's like a mixture of like, you know, diversity, because here's the wetland area and like just past the dunes is the beach, so the coastal, and that's like, I guess it's like coming together. Like,
Yeah, this has definitely been, I'm gonna have to come back here and when it's like summery and it's all the pollinators and insects are out, because like this has definitely been one of my favourite trips so far. I'm like, you can tell I'm like grinning to ear. Yeah, like we saw a little egret as well as the great white egret, so that is like
gorgeous.
loads of good stuff.
Yeah.
And he said the owls like will be out in another hour or so, but we just can't stay, so we're thinking in a future video we're gonna do like a one where we kind of go at dusk time and we go a bit later on in the night time and we try to find the owls and see what we can find, and maybe got Cresswell for that. So if any of you think that's a good idea or you'd like to see that, please let us know, because that sounds exciting.
Yeah. So that's the end of our walk. Thank you for joining us today at Druridge Bay. Hope you enjoyed that.
It's been
And
great.
yeah, we'll see you on the next episode.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, there's cows. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Oh my god, there's so many midges. Get away!